stream. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to see you today. Thank you so, so much. So this is another session of relationship Q&A. If this is your first time of coming to my live stream, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to like the stream and share if you can, and follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Everyday's Matters One. I would really, really be happy to have you as part of my family. And if this is not your first time, if you're a returning follower or subscriber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you for coming. Okay, do well to smash the like button as you come in. And as always, your engagements will be highly, highly appreciated. But thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you so, so much. Okay, so today we're having a guest. So we're having Mary's World with us. She'll be joining us at some point during this live session, and she has a lot to say to us, a lot of things to teach us, and I'm so excited to have her. But thank you all so much for coming. Like I say, I do this live stream every week, and the aim of this live stream is to impact someone, to educate someone, to empower you to become the best version of yourself, and also to empower you with tools to help you build better relationships with your friends, with your family, with your spouse, with your partner, with everyone around you. Okay, so that's why we do this live stream. And if one person learns from me every single day, I am happy. Okay, that makes me very happy. But thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate every one of you. Elias Matters, I see you there. Thank you so much. Yanga's in Dubai, Talk with Richie. Thank you so, so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. Okay, so the topic we have on ground today is, first of all, how is everyone doing? Before I jump right into the topic on ground, how is everyone doing? How are you? How's your week been? Okay, so I was off last week. I didn't come live last week because I wanted to take the week off, and because it was Easter, I thought I would take the week off and the Sunday off just so I can, unwind basically. Okay, but thank you guys so much for coming. How is everyone? Fitness Daddy, thank you for sharing me out. Elias Matters, thank you for sharing me out. If you can share the stream, please do, and smash the like button as you come in. Okay, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Pope Man, thank you so much for coming. Inspiring Charm, I see you. Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate you for coming to my live stream today. Okay, so share the stream if you can, because this is a very important topic and I really want someone to learn. Okay, so we're not just coming here to pass time. That's not what I'm doing. There's so many things that we could be doing, but we're here, okay, and to teach, to engage, to learn from each other. Okay, so it's not just going to be me talking. As always, I want to hear from you as well. Okay, we are doing great, but we missed you last week. Oh. Yeah, Dubai, I missed it too. To be honest, I just have a day off. Because I talked about how to prevent burnouts in one of my videos, and from time to time we need to take breaks from whatever we're doing, be it from your job, be it from your kids, be it from your business. Sometimes you need to take a break, otherwise you burn out, otherwise you won't be effective anymore. So it's really important. And I took my own advice and said, you know what, I need a break. And it was very, very, very good. But thank you so much for that comment. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So today, basically the live stream today is for people for everyone, because you might know someone that's yet to be married. Okay, and then you can share the video with them. You can advise them on what they need to do or things that they need to know before they jump in. Okay, Victoria Marca, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lucima Barria, thank you so much. I see you there. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is like something that it's very close to my heart. As you guys know, relationships are close to my heart, and I really want to be able to empower someone and to avoid certain mistakes, to avoid certain unnecessary stress that people go through when they get married. So that's why I come here to talk about these things. Okay, so if you can learn from me and some of the powerful people that will be coming on my stream from time to time, you should be able to avoid some mistakes. You should be able to save yourself some stress, okay, that are not necessary. Okay, so that's why we are here today. Okay, so for those that are yet to be married, for those that are thinking like, okay, I'm ready to be married or things like that, then this video is definitely for you. Okay, and like we know, getting married is not a walk in the park. Okay, so it's not like, okay, I'm going on holiday with this person, and after that holiday, I'm going home to rest. No, it's not. It's a journey that you're starting. So you're deciding that, okay, you know what, I'm going to be with this person for the rest of my life. That's what marriage is. And hopefully, God willing, you'll be together for the rest of your life. Okay, so that's what marriage is. So in order for us to be happy, okay, and we know that marriages would affect you, whether it makes you, it determines whether you're happy, whoever you end up with will determine how happy you are or how sad you are. So we want to be able to say, okay, you know what, I made my choice. I made a choice rightly. Okay, so it's really important that we don't just jump in, because it's not about the day. It's not about, because some people plan so much about the wedding. They just want to wear a wedding gown. They just want to wear the traditional clothes. And I look forward to wearing my traditional clothes as well. Okay, but it's more than that. It's more than just wearing the clothes. It's more than just the day. That day you say, yes, I do, it's the beginning of a journey for the rest of your life. And if you're happy, if the person you're with, if you chose rightly, then you will be happy. But if you choose wrongly, or if you didn't even take time to make a decision, then that will affect the rest of your life as well. Okay, so what do we need to know? What are the things that we need to know? Okay, so if you're that person that you're saying, okay, I want to get married. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, am I ready? Okay. I know that at some point, I think this live stream is going to be mostly me talking. Lady G, thank you so much for coming. Okay, so the question is, am I ready? Okay, so it's not about age, it's not about where you are at the time, it's not about age, it's about you asking yourself, am I ready? Okay, are you ready for marriage? Are you ready to be married? Are you ready to commit to one person for the rest of your life? Okay, so you need to ask that question. If the answer is in any way no, then you don't want to go ahead with it. You don't want to go ahead with it. If you're not ready, then the best thing for you to do is to take your time, and then until you are ready. Okay, Shadow Princess, thank you so much for coming. Okay, guys, my email address is on the screen as well. If you have anything you'd like us to talk about, then please send it to my email address, or you can send it to me on Instagram or Facebook. I'll be very happy to discuss it with you. Okay, so please, that's my email address there. Inspiration by Marie, thank you so much for coming. Okay, so like I said, this live stream is basically for those that are yet to be married, and those that know people that are yet to be married. And please give me your contributions as well, so that it's not just me saying it. Okay, because I don't know it all. Okay, I know to an extent. I can only advise to an extent, but I don't know everything as it pertains to marriage. Okay, like I said, the first thing you want to do, if you are at that stage, you want to ask yourself, am I ready to be married? Okay, so that's the first question. Okay, and oftentimes it's sad that when someone is at a certain age, there's an expectation from the society, there's an expectation from the family, like, okay, this person needs to be married. What about if the person is not ready? Okay, that's the question you want to be asking. I knew you would say something. Yes, okay. What about if the person is not ready? So when we say ready, we're talking about, are you ready in so many ways? Mentally, are you ready to be married? Are you ready to commit to one person for the rest of your life? Okay, are you ready physically? So physically, yes, are you ready? Okay. Emotionally, are you ready? Okay, to be married. Are you ready to say, okay, because marriage is not a bed of roses. There's going to be challenges. The person you get married to might change at some point. Are you emotionally mature enough to manage those changes that this person that might come when you're married to this person? So these are the questions you want to ask yourself. Spiritually, are you ready? In every area of your life, are you ready to settle down with that person? Okay, so that's the first thing that you want to ask yourself. In Africa, in most parts of the world, when a person is at a certain age, they expect that, oh, this person should be married. If you're not married, they call you a mature bachelor. They call you all sorts of names. Okay, and families start to arrange for you to get married. They do this, they do that, so that you can get married soon. Okay, but you want to be ready. Okay, you want to be ready. Don't just jump into marriage because you think you're of age. Don't just jump into marriage because your friends are getting married, because if you do that, then Ijama Okur, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. If you do that, if you jump in because your friends are getting in, because your family is getting in, or maybe because your friends are getting married, because your family expect you to get married, then you'll be under pressure. You get married, and at the end of the day, you will be unhappy. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are ready before you do it. Okay, so that's the first thing. Zoba as well, thank you so much. I see you. Anne's cooking and more. Thank you for coming. Okay, and if you guys know anything that people need to know, those of us that are married or those people that are married, even those that are not married, you might know as well. Anything that you think people should pay attention to before they get married, and please leave it in the chat so we can also talk about it. Okay. And I said that the first thing you want to find out is, are you ready? Or are you wanting to get married because your family expects you to get married, or because you expect that at a certain age you should be married, or because your friends are getting married? Okay, and a lot of people get married because people expect them to, and they don't find happiness in their marriages. Okay, and one thing I know is a lot of times when someone, say for instance, I'm 30, I'm 25 going to 30, I'm under pressure because I'm not married. By the time I get to 35, or I'm getting close to 40, I I then get put under a lot of pressure. I put myself under a lot of pressure because I think that, oh, my time is running out. Okay, everyone expects me to be married. And that's one reason. Another reason why people get married and then end up not being happy in their marriage. Lady G says so many women today take it as a competition these days. And that's so sad. And Cooking and More, thank you so much. So people, Igis, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you for coming. So Lady G is saying that a lot of women see it as a competition. A lot of girls see it as a competition. My friend is getting married, therefore I too need to be married. Okay, and when you do that, you want to prove to someone that you are also married. At the end of the day, you find out that you're not happy. Okay, you get married to someone that you're not happy with. Okay, so you want to ask yourself, are you actually ready, or are you doing this because you are expected to do it? Are you doing this because the society expects you to do it? Are you doing it because you think you are of age? Okay, so that's really important. We need to identify the reason, okay, why we're doing it. We need to identify, we need to be ready and find out the reason why we're actually getting married. Okay, and another thing you want to do is to ask yourself, like, who am I? Okay, so fair enough, you're ready to be married. Who am I? Okay, you want to find out your purpose as a person. Okay, so that the person that you're going to meet is going to be someone that's in line with your purpose. Okay, so Lady J is saying, my friend married, I must marry, but fire by force. And at the end, they find out they got married to the wrong person. And that's also true. If you're doing it because you want to prove to someone, if you're doing it because you want to prove to yourself or to your friends, you want to look properly. You won't be looking, you just get married to the next person that comes around. Some people get married because they see it as a ticket. Okay, so it's a ticket for me to leave my father's house. Shama's Kitchen, thank you so much for coming. You are saying my mind. Thank you so much. Yeah. Some people get married because they see it as a ticket to come out of their parents' house. They see it as a ticket. Some people just want to bear the name of, okay, I am a Mrs. Okay, and at the end of the day, you're married to someone that you're not even happy with. Okay, so we really need to be careful. Okay, we need to make our decisions rightly. Okay, and before you even decide to say, okay, I want to get married, you want to have found out your values, your purpose in life. So what are the things that you like? Find out who you are. So who am I? What things do I like? Where do I like to go to? What kind of people do I like to associate myself with? Okay, what kind of man do I really want to get married to? Okay, what kind of woman do I want to get married to? So you need to be able to ask yourself those questions. Okay, so that when that person comes, Henry, thank you so much for coming. Driving home. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so much. Mariniogo shared my video. Thank you so much. So you want to ask yourself, like, okay, who am I? What kind of person do I want to end up with? So you want to find that question. You want to ask yourself that question so that you don't just jump in on this journey, which is the journey of your lifetime, with just anyone. Okay, because like we know, it will affect the rest of your life. Okay, so you don't just want to jump in, okay, with just anyone. Okay, so you want to find out, does this person have the same value as I am? I'm a Christian. Is this person a Christian? I go to church 5 times a week. Does this person like to go to church? Does this person like the things of God? Okay, I like to go out every now and again to hang out with my friends. Does this person like things like that? Are we compatible? Mentally, are we can we actually have a time of discussion? Are we compatible in any way? So those are the kind of things that you want to ask yourself. Okay, I hope Mary joins us soon. I saw that she's shared my video, so I think she's in the background somewhere. But yeah, so you want to ask yourself that question. Okay, so am I actually compatible with this person that I'm dating? Say for instance, you are dating someone. You want to ask yourself, am I compatible with this person? Are we compatible spiritually? Are we compatible mentally? Okay, so you want to ask, there's so many questions that you want to take time to know the person. What does this person do when they are angry? What does this person do when they are unhappy? Okay, I'm seeing all the shares to my video. Thank you all so much. I'm seeing all the shares, Lady G and Chiama's Kitchen. Thank you so much for sharing me out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Okay, so I've got one person on Facebook. That's fine. But thank you guys so much. So you want to ask yourself, are we compatible as well? Thank you. I really do appreciate that super chat. Thank you so, so much. I do. Okay, so you want to ask yourself, are we compatible? Okay, because there's no need saying someone that you know that, okay, me and this person are not compatible, but you're going into that relationship with that person. That's like an accident waiting to happen. An accident that's waiting to happen, and that accident, I can't pronounce, can't pronounce the word now. And that accident would happen. If you get into marriage with someone that you're not compatible, and like I said, when we talk about compatibility, we're talking about spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, compatible in so many ways. If you get married to someone you're not compatible with, at the end of the day, there'll be friction. At the end of the day, you don't understand each other. So you want to take your time to make sure that you're compatible with that person. And even when you are compatible, you want to make sure that, okay, I know this person enough to get married to this person. And we talked about, I think some months ago, we talked about how long should you date someone before you get married to the person. And now there's a recommendation of 6 months. But I was speaking to one of my friends, not I think it was 1 week ago, and he said he dated his wife for 4 months. But prior to that time, they'd known each other before then, you know. So he dated her for 4 months, and then they decided to get married. So the timing, so you want to give yourself enough time to know this person so that you can now decide that, okay, I know this person enough to get married to that person. You want to know the person that you want to get married to. So that's really, really important. I'm just checking to see if Mary is here by any means. Okay. So you want to take your time to know the person. Okay, don't say, okay, this person is, maybe the person has a character or a quality that you don't like. Don't think that when you get married to that person is going to change. It's not going to happen. So once you've decided that, okay, I'm marrying this person, know that, okay, that's it. If the person changes, maybe by miracle, the person changes, all well and good, but people would not change because you hope that they will change. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so you want to make sure that, okay, this person is the right one for me. And there's something called conviction. Okay, so you want to, so when you're dating someone, okay, and I know this happened with me, it happens with a lot of people as well, but not for everyone. There's something called conviction in your heart that, okay, this person is right for me. So you want to be convicted in your heart that, okay, this person is right for me. For those that are Christians, you know that, okay, something in you just knows that, okay, this person is the right one for me. Or maybe you have a dream, or maybe there's a clue or a sign that this person is the right one for me. So it's a very important decision that we're making, and we don't just want to make this decision carelessly. Okay, we don't want to just make this decision carelessly. We want to be serious about this decision. And what I find is a lot of people fall, like, marriage happens to them. Okay, marriage just happens. Okay, I'm at 25, and the next thing this person comes around, and the next thing you're getting married. You know, it just happens. Okay, so it's not a decision that a lot of people have taken time to actually say, okay, this is what I want. What do I really want in this marriage? Okay, so I was watching, I think it was Wendy's Space yesterday. I was watching Wendy's Space TV, one of her videos, and she was talking about how she got married early without actually discovering herself. Lord Francis, thank you for coming. Elder Living with Deborah, Esther's Chronicles, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. So she did not really find out her purpose. She didn't really find out who she was before she got married. And for some people, they discover themselves eventually after so many struggles, after so many headache and all. They become okay in their marriage. But for some people, they struggle and struggle and struggle and struggle, and the marriage might eventually break, because by the time I discover who I am, I realize that, oh, this person is not what I expected him to be, or who I expected her to be. Or I can't stay married to this person. So it's a decision that we want to sit down and make this decision correctly. So the person definitely needs to be compatible. You need to be compatible with this person. Okay, but having said that, there are times that we get married to people because maybe we got introduced to them or things like that. You still want to take time. Okay, and like I said, this is mainly for those that are yet to be married. Okay, so for those of us that are already married, we might have another live stream to talk about things that you can do to help yourself once you know that, okay, I'm already in it. Okay, we might need to talk about that. But for those that are already married, that are yet to be married, you have all the time in your world, all the time in the world, okay, to decide what you actually want to do, who you want to get married to, because it's your life. You don't make decisions carelessly. Okay, because if you do, and there's a saying that a broken courtship is always better than a broken marriage. Okay, so you want to take your time to say, okay, you know what, I courted this guy, he's not really what I want. Even though we're engaged, it's not going to work. Okay, it's better that way than for you to go all in. So you go all in. Mary is here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mary, for coming. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'll bring you up in a minute. Okay. So it's better for you to take your time to say, okay, you know what? I've dated this person, I've courted this person, it's not the right one for me. Therefore, I'm coming out of this relationship, and to go all in and find out that, okay, this person is not for me, because you'll be tormented. Like, okay, what would people say? What about if you've had children? There's so much things that can happen, so many impacts on you at that time compared to when you're just dating. Okay, so Mama Mary, if you can come up, because I've just been talking. Please come up so I can add it to the screen so you can give us some nuggets. Okay. Some things to say to help, some things that people need to know before they decide that they're going to say yes. Okay, before they tie the knots, before they commit to whoever it is that they want to get married to. But guys, that's it. So it's always better to come out of a courtship than to come out of a marriage once you get in. Okay, so it's really important. Okay, so these are just a few tips. I know there's more which Mary is going to talk about when she comes up. Okay, and one of the things I'm going to talk about is the fact that you want that, like I said, you have to have a conviction in your heart that, okay, this is the right person. You also want to make sure that you have a connection with that person. Okay, not somebody that you see and you're like, oh, I don't want to be around this person. Okay, or maybe you see the person and you're like, oh, I don't love this person. So you want to be able to have a connection with that person. Okay, so it's really important. And when it comes to your values as well, so important. Okay, so your values in terms of your family values, in terms of your religion, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you have the same values. Otherwise, like I said, it's an accident that's waiting to happen. Okay, it's an accident that's looking to happen. Thank you so much, Lady J, for coming. Thank you so much for your contribution as well. Thank you, Busuma Baria, Inspiring Charm. Thank you so much. Inspirational by Marie. Thank you so much. What is your comment held for review? Busuma Baria. Thank you. So link, please. Okay, let me try and send it again. So invite, copy. Now I can send. I think I've sent it. I think I've sent it. Bryce, I've sent the link for you, Mama Mary, so you can come up. I hope I sent the right link so you can come up. But thank you guys for your patience. Thank you all so much for coming. I really do appreciate you so much. Usma Baria, Esther Chronicles, Soul Sister. So yeah, Soul Sisters. Also, I've just sent the link at Mama Mary. I've just sent the link to you to the chat so you can join in. There she is. There she is. There she is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Good morning. Can you hear
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So this is Mama Mary Enyogwe of Mary's World, of Mary's TV Talk, Mary Talk Show. Mary's Talk Show. Thank you so much for coming.
At all. It's one person. Choose one now. Why are you telling them everything? This is
You are
Mary of
everything. You're everything. I'm so
Good morning,
excited to have
everybody.
you on. Yeah.
I'm also excited to be here, but as mothers, at times, if this doesn't happen, this will happen. I have really been in a dilemma for 2 days now, but I'm here still. Honestly, at
Thank you
times,
so much.
when people say that there are some circumstances that are beyond our control, still, I am glad I made it to the stream because I do not know what I would tell the village people when they come asking. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, my name is Mary and my name is Mary's Word TV. My name is Mary Talk Show.
All of
These are my
them.
names. You have already told them. So please, I know you guys have started, but I have to give in my signature when I come in. So I have to take permission from you as the host. I am your guest. Am I permitted to to give my signature before we go into what?
Of course.
Thank you so much. So good morning, everybody, once more. Let us do what we know how to do best. We'll put him in front. I'll put you in front of my melodies. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. I'll make room for two. You and not Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Always, always. You are that matters. Always, always. Na 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 na. Why you by my side, what do I gain if you take your Holy Ghost? What would I be said of me right into the light? What would have become of me if you didn't hold my hand? Now I've come to realize you are all that I have. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. We'll put him in front of our melodies, Jesus. Front of this live stream. Front of everyone here. We'll put him in front of melodies. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Okay, I'm going to stop it at that. I'm not going to keep singing, but we have to always welcome him. So thank you for having me again.
Thank you so much.
I do not want to tear up. It's a live stream, for crying out loud. So, so I am back now, and you would also permit me to give to greet everybody in the stream. We have 22 people in the stream, and all we ask of you is to share out the stream, because you do not know who you're going to be helping. You do not know who you're going to be, be given these points we're about to mention today. I want to quickly give a shout out to my oldies. When I mean my oldies, people like Edge's Food Corner. I doff my cap for you. Love, thank you for coming in. You are the person that even welcomed me when I was about welcoming everybody. So Love TV, thank you for coming in. BB, Food. I have a lot of amazing people here. Please, if I do not call your name, that doesn't mean that I don't love you guys. If you thank you for coming in, thank you, the 22 people that are here. And what do we ask again? Just share out the live stream and hit the like if the stream deserves a like. And I'm sorry, I must say that this beautiful host has to change the time of the stream because of Moa. Yes, she changed it because of me, because right now it's still morning while it is evening where she is. She is in London while we are the last place in California. So it's still early here for us while it is late there for you guys. So I want to really say thank you for changing the time. And for those that still acknowledged it when she sent it out and you guys are still here. It shows the enormous love you guys have where she is. It shows the enormous respect you guys have where she is. That is that community we are talking about. That is the community where people stand out for each other. That is the community where people are ready to do anything that is good for one another. Let us keep doing that to each other. It really pays. Then I call her a master of relationship, yes, because it's always relationship matters. It's relationship, but I do not know why she invited me. But I'm going to do what I know how to do best. For those that are coming in, seeing me for the first time, my name is Mary. Yes, I am that woman with
go
that.
To my channel and visit her if you don't have her, please.
But you must tell them, for them to visit me, they must love my content. Yes, you must love what I do. For you to, yes, that is what I do. You must love what I do. So my name is Mary. My name is also Mary's World TV. My name is also Mary Talk Show. We try to say it the way it is. And today I am honored to be here. She said we should talk about what you need to know before you go into marriage, right?
Yeah.
Good. So are you with your pen and papers? And also get your questions ready. I'll take as much as I can, as long as our co-host is going to allow me. I have my co-host here. She knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So let's start by talking about and funny enough and unfortunately, I am having the marriage series on our channel also. So I want to I want to start by saying, what is marriage? What is marriage? We have to know the meaning of marriage before we know the things we need to do, before the things we need to know before we get into it. Now, the marriage she is talking about, the marriage we are talking about today, the things you need to know before you get into it, it is that one that when you go back to the book of Genesis, the Bible is always our guidance. The Bible is our guidance. When you go over to the book of Genesis, he said he made the male and female, male and female. So the Lord created us with all that is good. When he created man, he saw that man had everything, but man was too lonely. What did he do? He made man to fall into a deep sleep. Who is this man? It is Adam. And when he fell into a deep sleep, he took a bone by the side, from the side of Adam, and he formed a woman. Woman, put that down, woman. And the Lord took time. In fact, it was on Sunday the Lord did this. He took time to create this woman. And when Adam woke up, what did he say? He glanced at Eve, and he said, "This is the bone of my bone and the flesh
And
of
the
my
flesh
flesh.
of my flesh.
And I am going to call her woman." You see that? But no longer, he never took pleasures in the animals. He never took pleasures on the living things that were around him. Although the Lord said, "I've given you dominion over every living thing. Go and be fruitful and multiply and dominate the earth." These are not my words. These are the words in the Bible. You understand it? So that was how you and me came about. We were taken from the rib of a man. Now that takes me to the first one. Before you say you want to get married, before you say you want to say "I do," I ask you a question. Are you patient? Are you a patient person? Do you have that patient in your archive? Let me tell you, when I mean patient, are you ready to bear the soreness in your nipples? That is the breast. Are you ready to wake up in the middle of the night when others are sleeping? Are you ready to make sure that everywhere is good before you go to bed? Are you ready to take charge? Because when you give a woman a house, she gives you a home. If you do not know it now, you give a woman a house, she gives you a home. So you have to be patient. Do you have it? Have you written it down? Are you ready to be submissive? Do you have it? If you're not submissive, you cannot get married. Don't tell me, "Yes, because I make all the money." No, let me remind you. Let me remind you again. The Lord said in the book of Psalm that you shall be like a fruitful vine in your home. That is what the Lord said. You should be like a fruitful vine in your home. Are you ready to be submissive? Because where the head goes, the neck follows. That shows the men are the head. We are the neck. Where they go, we follow. You have to be submissive. First is patient. Two is submissiveness. Do you have these two criteria that I just mentioned? And then you have love within you. I always say you do not give what you don't have. You don't look for a man to love you. You don't wait for a man that will love you. Wait for that person you will give that you have. Because once you have love, you will definitely meet the person that has the same. You don't give what you don't have. Do you have love within you? Patient, submissiveness, love. Now that takes me to trust. Trust, T-R-U-S-T, very short word. It's just too short. Trust. Do you trust yourself? Are you that type that goes checking the phone? The phone just beeped. He's taking his bath. I have to know. I saw him talking on the phone the last
Who was he
time.
talking to?
Who is he talking to? I'm sure he's talking to Everyday Matters. Oh, come on. After all, I hear him saying Matters. Matters. Yeah. Matters. Oh, come on. Do you want to know who he's talking to all the time? See, let me tell us, you have to trust yourself first as a person before you can be able to trust others. This is just synonymous. You have to have it before you can share it. If you don't have it, you can share it. If you don't have that trust, you have to run from every Dick and Harry to work. My husband came back late. I know. Yes, he said he was going to a meeting, but somebody just gave me a call that he saw him somewhere else. Hasn't it occurred to you that somebody might be going to somewhere and something happens and the person diverts to somewhere else? Oh, come on, it's a common sense. Haven't you seen somebody that has boarded a bus to Calabar and the person overslept and saw himself in mile 2? Don't you know that? It happens. Now, trust. Remember, trust is going to help you. You do not conclude. You want to hear his part. I saw your husband doing this. I just don't want to tell you, but I saw your husband having lunch. Oh, come on. Have you asked yourself, okay, he was having lunch with a woman. If it is not a woman, the signal will not be raised. But because it is a woman, I saw him having lunch with a woman. And not only they were having that lunch together, they were so close together. They were just so close. They were 2 inches apart. Oh, come on. If somebody is having lunch, the way the table is being set, won't they be close? It is lunch now. So they are looking into each other's eyes while the lunch is coming. Don't you understand it? Hasn't it occurred to you that it might be his business partner? Don't it occur to you might be a lost friend? Don't it occur to you that it might be his sister? Don't it
And
occur
Mama,
to you that it
can
might
I
be his
just say
marriage?
there, when you said you can't give what you don't have.
Yes.
Okay, if you don't have trust within you, there's no way you can trust your spouse or your
Never.
partner. And that lack of trust in itself has brought a lot of problems into people's marriages. So because I don't
Exactly.
trust myself, I don't trust the people around me, and I go into marriage with someone that is free, that talks to people, that calls people, and then I'm monitoring him, I'm checking his phone and all that. It has led to a lot of people, even if their marriages are not broken, they are there frustrated because they think they've concluded from the beginning that, okay, my husband is talking to a woman or my wife is talking to a man, simply because they don't have that trust within them. So that's a very, very good one.
Yet, it has broken so many homes.
Yeah.
It has sent a lot to untimely grave.
Yeah.
It has
Hypertension.
exactly. It has hindered a lot of marriages. That it has crippled and handicapped a lot.
Yeah.
So that is it. So because you do not have it, it is okay for us to imagine a lot of things, but give it time. That is why it is not always good in a relationship, in a marriage, to make on haste decision
Mm.
because you just heard it is happening. Why not just take a deep breath and say, what if it is me? Put
Mm.
yourself in that shoe. Just put yourself. Then you wait. That is when you'll be able to ask questions. Hmm.
And that's where patience come in as well. When you were talking about patience, so you want to be patient enough to say, okay, let me sit back first and let me hear this person's point of view. Let me hear this person, what this person has to say, instead of just jumping into conclusion because someone told you or because your sixth or tenth sense is telling you something. You
Some of
know,
them it
so
is the 25th cent for crying out loud. But remember, no, 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 Mama Mary, not all lunch is lunch. Oh. I'm so sorry. I just read what somebody wrote. No, 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 Mama
Victoria.
Mary, not all lunch. You're going to keep that when you have a question. Just get your questions ready. I'm not going to take our time. Just keep your questions ready. I'm just going to try to hit my points, and
Mm.
I'm sure by the time I answer that question, you will understand it better. Now, then that is the trust. Then before you try to get to into a relationship that is going to lead you to marriage, I always ask, are you ready? Are
Mm.
you ready to keep the oath? Are you ready to keep the oath? It's a hard one. And what
Yeah.
are the oaths? It is an oath that is taken before the Supreme Spirit, who alone exists of himself, which is the person that ordained marriage himself, which is God. We do not see him. Then he's there. Then we have man. That is an oath. Are you ready to take that oath? Are you ready? And what are the oaths? Back then, when our parents got married, and when I got married, it is easy. The oaths are for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, for richer and for poorer, to death do you part. These are the old. But the people we have now, the one they do is for better, for better,
Mm.
for richer, for richer, in health and in health. No debt is doing us apart to your
Yeah.
life, and that is the one they ask. So if you're ready to keep this oath I just said that is secret, that binds both of you together, that you take before God and before man, then you're ready for marriage. It is very, 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 very important. Then you are 100% ready for marriage. You must keep it. Now, let me tell you guys what you don't understand. Welcome to the Scorpio, and thank you for joining us. Let me tell you guys what you don't understand. When you say, um, for richer, for poorer, let me help you. You get married to a man that is super rich, that gives you a breakfast in Bahamas, that takes you to Costa Rica for shopping, that gets you the newest Lamborghini, that you want to go visit your village people, you go on a private jet.
That's what we want. The good life.
Thank you. He's killing rich. In fact, his name is Mr. Rich. Then
Mm.
all of a sudden, he is hit by uncertainty,
Mm.
which every man must go through. Now he's weed
It
on his
happens.
cows, and you wake up. Oh my goodness! You wear Gucci. You do not wear a t-shirt like Mary. You do not
Mm.
carry your braid for some time now like Mary. Like everything is just you put out. Your Rolex is like $100,000. You know what I mean? And he's telling you, honey, it's no longer possible. And you're like, what comes to you first? What is everyday matters gonna think? What is Mary gonna think? Oh my goodness, no more kitty party, no more women party, no more traveling, no more than the Bahamas. And you're like, no, 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 I can do that, I can do that. No, I just can't. You pretend to do it for some time, but because you cannot, and it is getting worse and worse, you leave that man.
Mm.
Then you not tell people, no, I'm depressed, I can't take it, I think I'm going, the women of nowadays, I think I'm
Yeah.
going into depression, I'm depressed. They start telling themselves they're depressed because the materialism is gone, no more material things.
No more
You
Lamborghini,
cannot.
no more holidays in the Bahamas.
God bless you, that is it. Then it's gone. Then it's ill, you can't take him from one doctor to the other. Everything is gone, everything is now in shambles.
Mm.
Then the first thing that comes to their mouth is, that person
I
that
didn't
used
sign
to,
up for this.
exactly, that when you call the person on phone, she goes, hey, my name is Mary. I can hear you speak louder. It's now the person, when you call the person on the phone, I beg, waiting happen. I know fit to make every man cry and cry. Give him money.
Mm.
Make every man cry and cry. I know fit cry my cry. I mean, I me killing papa. I mean, I me chopping money. After all, you get people who don't chopping money before me. I mean, I know fit
Mm.
to. I begin calling the carrier. Now you speak pigeon. Now you are from Warri. No more London English or American English.
Mm.
You see that? And maybe God help that man. Somebody else comes in and cries his cry
Mm.
and carries him and is there with him
Someone
and
that's
keep.
patient with him.
That's it. And keep giving him hope and keep telling him you'll get out of it. It's just a matter of time. Just hang
Mm.
in there. Just hang in there. I see light at the end of the tunnel. I can see it even when there is no light, but you can see it. And God helps him. He's out of it. Then you're back. You know all the lawsuits. You know all the lawyers. Oh, please.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you know where to go to get what belongs to you. These are what we're talking about. Are you ready to go through the fire? Because there are fire.
Fire will
Are you
surely
ready?
come. Those trials will surely come in marriage. They will surely come. It will
That's it.
definitely come. So are you ready to stay with that person through the trying times? Are you ready to wait to commit to that person for the rest of your life?
That's
Knowing
it.
that there are other people that might be maybe a guy that is finer or a lady that is finer or someone that's richer. Are you ready to commit to that person no matter what?
Yes.
Even
Then
the question, yes.
now I have a question. I have a question. How long is this live stream supposed to last?
It's supposed to be an hour, but because you came late, we can do an hour and a half.
Okay, good. So, okay, I guess, because we're gonna take questions, so I'm gonna try to round up. I'm gonna try to round up so we don't hold people yet.
Yeah.
I keep my time keep telling me there is a lot of time. Okay, so that is it. Then, if you're ready to go through that oath, then you're ready. Then there is something I want to say to round up, and which is, um, before you go into a relationship, before you go into marriage, you remember these are two people that are becoming one. Two people are becoming one. Two people, meaning your body
Mm.
is his body. His body is your body. It is simple. Once you're ready to go into a relationship, everything you have belongs to Oga. Everything Oga has belongs to you. Are you ready to do that? Not those people that when it is time, no, 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 you can't go into the Holy Jerusalem. No, 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 no. I'm not ready. You don't you know I just finished working? I work late. Oh. Who told you that? The Holy Jerusalem is a name, is an acronym I use when so people that knows. Then the man's mountain of holies is yours because your Holy Jerusalem is his. You do not have to starve him of it. He doesn't have to starve you of it. But the time you starve him of it, it is a time if you're sick and the doctor says, do not go. Do not go. So it is a time of illness. Are
Yeah.
you praying and fasting and you're asking something from the Lord, but you have to let him know. Because it is sacred.
Yeah.
This is a very, very important fact. So once you're ready for all these, there are many more that I can't mention, but I just decided to bring the most important ones to us. Once all this I just mentioned, if you're ready, that whenever it tells you, yeah, I want to dig, I want to dig, I want to go, I want to transfer without withdrawal. Are you ready? Because it's going to transfer and he won't withdraw. And don't be carried away with those people that said there are some that you do that will lead you to hellfire. There is no one that will do that will lead you to hellfire. You can decide to go sideways. You are allowed. You can decide to go missionary. You are allowed. You can decide to go backward. You are allowed. You can decide to go standing. You are allowed. But there are other types you are supposed to go that is not, that you can never, that you do not open the doors for the demons to come in. The demons to, because once you go through that aspect, that day you signed your death warrant. That day you died. That is a particular position you're not supposed to go as a child of God. Because it is against God and against man. And I will only answer that position if that question comes from the chat.
Right, but I know, let me just write it down so I'll ask the question.
So guys, I want to quickly say thank you. Oh my goodness. Cynthia Wendy's here. Hi, Wendy Babs. Thanks for joining us. Cops then is laughing with how many emojis? Please make it 10 emojis. So thank you guys for joining us. And
Thank you so much,
These
mom.
these are many more are what we ought to know
Yeah,
before we go into marriage and
yeah.
stay married. So that is it for me. If you have
Thank
your
you
question,
so much. Thank you so, so much, ma'am. I really do appreciate. So one of the major things I picked out from what she's saying today is you need to ask yourself, are you ready? Okay, so if
yeah,
you want to get married, the first, and that's what I said at the beginning, you want to ask yourself, are you actually ready to get married, or are you getting married because you feel like you're of age or because you are being pressured to get married? Are you actually ready? Are you ready for the ride? Are you ready for the challenges that will come? Are you ready? Do you know this person enough to get married to this person? Are you ready? Do you have the qualities that it would take when the fire comes? Because the fire would come. When the challenges come, do you have patience enough to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stand by you no matter what. Do you have that patience? Okay, so those are the things that she's talking about. Do you love yourself? Because the only way you can love someone else is if you love yourself. The only way you cannot give what you don't have. So you have to have it within you first before you can give it out. So you need to love yourself first. And she talked about trust. There's some people that don't even trust their shadow. They don't trust their shadow, so they are suspicious of everything. And if you are one of those people, then you're definitely not ready, because you're going to see a lot of things that will cause you to be suspicious. And if you're the person that acts based on what you've seen, you act hastily, then you're going to end up very, very unhappy. And Mary said you might end up in hospital or even the other world beyond, because illnesses will befall that person. I don't want to say will befall you. Okay, so do you trust yourself enough? Do you trust the person you're getting married to? And one of the things I talked about earlier was the fact that you need to know yourself, and you need to know the person enough to say, okay, you know what? I know you enough, and I think, not even think, you need to be convicted in your heart to say, okay, this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. Because we know that it's not just the day, it's not the wedding day, it's not the day of the traditional marriage, it's a journey for the rest of your life. So you want to make sure you make that decision right. Okay, well, thank you so much, Mama Mary. I really do appreciate it. So much to learn and from this short time that you spent with us. So if anyone has any questions, I know that, and
I
there's
think
some questions.
I caught a question. I caught a
Right.
question from I caught a question from Vic3 A Omeka. A
Omaka.
Omeka. Omaka. Okay, good. I
Yeah.
don't tell everybody that I pronounce the name wrong, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so she
I saw a
says,
message from Queen
okay,
Darcy as well.
okay, I think you try to find out that one, then you read that to me. And she says, please, oh, I don't understand. Is this topic for only women? Because some men are very dangerous. So when they are in a relationship, they are calm, but after marriage, they become a tiger. What do we call that? That's a very good question. Now, the question, this is not for women. This is for both sexes, man and woman. That was why I said at the beginning that the marriage we're talking about is one that God ordained between a man and a woman. So it's between both parties. It's not just women. Uh, Men also have to be ready, before they go in. They have to know all this before they go in, and it's vis-a-vis, it's between them. And again, to answer the remaining parties, marriage is an envelope. Marriage is an envelope. It's an envelope. It is when you go in, you open, then you start seeing many things in it. Many things in it. You see that person that has been smiling. All of a sudden, you go to the person smiling and say, what are you smiling at? Must you smile all the time? You're like, I'm not the
What's
person
going
that
on?
said, hey, co-host, please don't allow them to see you. Then you say, what are you smiling at? Sorry, it's okay. What are you smiling at? Must you smile all the time? This is what you start telling the person. That is why it is good. It is good. If at the beginning you do not have the spirit of discernment, men pretend, women
Mhm.
pretend. But with the spirit of discernment, you'll be able to discern and know the rightful person. That is why whenever it gets to marriage, you just tell, Lord, let your will be done. I want to quickly give just a very tiny winning example. Listen, when you pray for marriages, you don't say, God, he must be Choma, he must be Chiwendo, he must be Mike, he must be he must be Jude. Father, it must be JJ, he must be handsome, he must be tall, I must be fat, he must. No. And the Lord is telling you, what if, have you looked at Judas? Hi! And you tell the Lord, Judas, even his name alone, is he not the one that betrayed you in the Bible? He's telling you, have you looked at Judas? Because everything you just mentioned, Judas has it. But Jude just has all those facial, but Judas has all that imbued. But because of you, Judas is short. I can't marry a short man. Must everybody be tall? Must everybody be tall? So that is why you need the spirit of discernment to discern, to know all that. And once you allow his will to be done, remember, he says, for your shame, I'll give you double. And he alone knows the thought he has for us. Yeah. If the witches can give their children the best, how come your Father in heaven will not give you the best? That is why marriage is ordained by him.
That's so I hope I answered that question. Yeah, I'm just going to add to that. Like you said, that marriage is like a gift or envelope. A parcel.
An envelope, yes.
Yes, like an envelope. When you open, you don't know what's inside until you actually open it. And someone said it's the only school, is a school. The only school you go to, they give you a certificate before you graduate, before you enter into like, okay, this is your certificate. Whatever you do with it is your business. So it's like an envelope. You don't know what's inside. So when you open it, you begin to see that. And no matter how you know how long you've dated someone or how long you've been married to someone, you find that there's still some things that you don't know about the person. You only get to know those things when you get married to that person. And that's why before you go in, you need to make up your mind. It's okay, you know what? No matter what comes, I'm in this for the long haul or the long run or whatever. So you need to make up your mind. There's some characteristics or some characters. Maybe the person becomes abusive and all that. That's not what we're talking about, okay? But then people get to reveal themselves, their true selves, when you're with them. Okay, and people change as well due to circumstances. So you as a woman, you might have all the time for your husband, but by the time your children comes, you change because you have to spend time with your children and then look for time to spend with your husband. So people change. Your husband might say, okay, you know what? I have this business I'm doing. There's so much pressure. I need to pay these bills. And he too can change. Okay, so we need to go in with an open mind. It's okay, you know what? This person, things could change. Things could happen. The fire could come. The rain would come. But even though this person changes, I am still going to be patient enough with this person. I will stand with this person, stand by this person, okay, till for the rest of your life. I don't want to say to that those parts. I don't want to say, for the rest of your life, as long as you're alive.
Yes, but you must put something again in your mind to answer your question again clearly again. Remember, let me use you. Your name is Everyday Matters. That's your channel name.
Yeah.
You are from a different mother, different father.
Yeah.
Just like your husband. Now, these are two different people with different ideology, with different background. You don't know each other. Then you come together for the sake of marriage, two becoming one. That is why change is paramount.
Yeah.
That is why when there is a spirit of discernment, you're going to know if that man is abusive. Let me tell you, nothing is hidden before God.
Yeah.
If you want God to show you something about somebody, he will do that as long as you have a clean heart. Yeah. Because he doesn't want you to suffer. He doesn't want you to start crying. He doesn't want you to, oh God, hey. God, do you really exist? Wait, he wants
God,
to
why
answer a woman
me?
that has been crying for years. That people are
Mm,
saying, "Look at you, your God has died." He wants to give the woman a child, and you are coming to tell him, "God, do you exist?" No, he doesn't want that. That is why he wants it, because it is a lifetime fulfillment, because it is a school you never graduate from. You never graduate from it. That is why
yeah.
you have to tie patient like wrapper, wear tolerance like clothes, be submissive like you're wearing the gold all over you, because two of you are different. When he's hot, you are cold. When
Mm,
he's cold, you are hot. When he feels there is nothing to go to anymore, you tell him, I see light, because you are a
okay,
virtuous
but,
woman.
yeah.
And also, there is also a virtuous man. Both. The question is, because our generation wanted now, Nkechi just got married. Hey, I was at the party. You would have seen Nkechi's friend. Oh my God, Paul, he's dashing. Who told you? Paul just
Mm,
finished abusing one young woman now, and you say,
yeah.
it's not my portion. And you're speaking with the Paul, and the Paul shows you the stuff. You said no because he was angry. Are you mad?
Yeah.
He just shoved you aside. He just showed you a little of his violence. And you say,
Yeah,
no,
because it will always show while you're dating. That's why I said you need to take time to know the person. What does the person do when they're angry?
that's it.
What do they do when they're happy? So those are
This,
the things that will reveal who that person is to you.
but you choose to close a blind eye, and you visit them unknowingly. And you saw an audience that is not yours. And he has not even seen the Holy Jerusalem. He has not even seen the arrow and where it goes to. And he said, no, oh, you're coming. Look at him first. When you meet him unaware, when you visit him unannounced, just look at the expression. The expression will tell
Reaction.
you. But the people close blind eye to it, and you see him. Why are you cleaning? Who owns this? Forget about it. Can't my sister visit? It's a lie. It was not his sister that visited, though. It was Carol that just left. Then Caroline came. Didn't you get it? Don't you know he's a Casanova? Don't you know that he's a Jingolo? And you think, no, 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 no. And some of us are so silly. Let me use that word.
Mm.
He will change. I will pray for
No,
him.
it
Has
won't.
God finished
It won't.
hearing Mary's prayer
It
before
won't
God will pay
change.
attention to you?
It won't change. It
He
won't
will never
change.
change. It's going to get
Yeah.
worse. And when he slaps you across your face, he gets you a golden chain to wear. Then he gets you the latest Mary Kay, to put her all over your face for you to look more better. And you tell
I'll
the
buy
people,
you glasses to wear to cover the eyes.
exactly, go, yes. And matters. Oh, Mary, Mama Mary, what happens to you? Oh my gosh, the light was dark, and I missed my step, and I stumbled. My husband slapped her across her face,
Mm.
but she
Yeah.
stumbled.
Yeah. So that's
That
that's a
is it.
good one. Yeah. Yeah. We have another question from, I think, Queen Darcy. She said, do we need to tolerate everything in this century? So do we need to
Yeah.
tolerate everything that our partner does to us? Are there some things that we shouldn't tolerate? Are there some
Matters,
exceptions to the things that we tolerate?
this topic, the topic you chose. When you talk about marriage, you don't end
Mm.
a relationship halfway. You chose a very sensitive matter. An hour can't even do a justice to it. So we have to get a part 2 of this discussion.
Right.
But
Noted.
yeah, so we can really do justice to it. You don't do justice to it from one angle, because we have people of different perspective and different ideology. Now, you have to tolerate everything. You have to tolerate everything because you have your own thoughts. What I mean, you have to tolerate everything is, I know a couple, a very rich couple at that. They just got married, and the man woke up and it's like, he took the toothpaste and he pressed it by the center. And after brushing his teeth, he kept it, he left. Then the wife came. And she asked, who pressed? It's just both of them. Who pressed this toothpaste by the center? The man did not respond. She's like, I'm warning some people, oh, it's her husband, oh. I'm warning some people, oh, stop pressing toothpaste by the center. Didn't your mother teach you to press it from the beginning? Eh? And this guy, he's like, what did you say? Didn't my mother teach me? If my mother did not teach me, you should teach me. And the lady said, no, I just can't take this. I can't take this, so I just can't take it. It's going to make the toothpaste to finish very quick. I'm going to my mom. As I speak to you now, they are still going to their mother. This lady,
so people are not ready.
They're not ready. You see, though they are grown, but because of they can't tolerate each other, it is little things. See, when you're ready to go into it, you have to tolerate everything. But if it leads to abusiveness, let me tell you, do you think being abusive is just by hitting you? No. Even degenerating words, they are words that are much more than a man hits you. Those are the words you do not tolerate as a being. You do not tolerate such things. You do not tolerate a man raising his hand on you.
Yeah.
You do not tolerate if your child is being abused, because husbands abuse their own kids. Even women abuse their own children. You do not tolerate when a woman abuses another person, child, just like the woman that plugged the hot iron. I keep telling God, if this woman does not repent, the thing that is going to fall on her, plug that iron and placed it on the first part of the buttocks of that girl and lifted it. It drew her skin off. She placed another one, lifted it, it drew her skin off. That is wickedness. Do you tolerate such? You don't tolerate such. You send them back to their parents to be trained. Do you tolerate a woman that always buy you, what is it called? She doesn't cook. It's always mama put, mama put. What kind of a wife is that? The child will surely, when she gets married, she will do the same. After all, mommy buys mama put all the time. The money is there. Yeah. These are the things you do not tolerate. There are a lot you don't tolerate, but there are a lot you tolerate with love.
Yeah.
With love.
I'm of the same opinion with you as well. You tolerate, but then there are some things, for me, especially when it comes to abuse, there's no tolerating abuse. And like you rightly said, abuse is not just physical, there's emotional abuse. When the person is telling you words that will make you go into your closet and cry, telling you words that will bring down your self-confidence, makes you lose your confidence. There's verbal abuse, different kind of abuse apart from physical abuse. So those are the things that we don't tolerate. But things like, okay, toothpaste, put the toothpaste there. Somebody's always opening the closet and leaving it open. Those are things that you both can walk through. Okay, you both need to learn, because like Mary said, you're both from different backgrounds. You're raised by different parents. Some things that have been allowed from your parents may not be allowed from my parents. So we're both different. So we've come together. We need to learn about each other. We need to learn, okay, this is this person, and we need to unpack that parcel. We need to unpack the envelope. Like, okay, this is what's in the envelope. Let's unpack it. And so, okay, this is who I am. This is who you are. How can we move forward? Okay, so that's really important. So yes, tolerate, but then there are some things that you do not tolerate when it comes to relationship.
It's a no-no, 100% no-no. And somebody said, okay, Ma, what of domestic violence? It's a no-no. Domestic violence is a no-no. And let me tell you guys, when you see a man that tells you, let's say you're talking to a man, or maybe he's your friend, and you think of forging something ahead with him, like getting married to him. And maybe if you see a man that, let's say something happens and they say, don't mind her, she asks for it. Look out for those. Look out for those ones. He asks for it. Oh, they raped her once. They will rape her again now. She asks for it. After all, women are meant to be under men. That is to tell you that is not a marriageable person.
Mindset.
That is the person's mindset, or the person that tells you, well, I don't have to ask her for any opinion. Whatever I tell her is what stands. Knows is a no.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, A man it's not that way. See, men are not meant to be abusive. I want to use myself as an example. I am a married woman. I've been married for years. Yeah, by God's grace. And I'm blessed with it. Now, let me tell you, let's say we are role models for our kids. I am a role model. My son has told me, okay, let me share that. My son told me, Mom, I want to be married to a woman like you. That's what my son told me. My dad is so lucky to have you. My son tells me, and when he tells me that, now my shoulder just go on. My husband will be like, you are this your son, Seth. That is the gesture he needs. Now, he wants to have a marriage like ours. It doesn't mean that we fight. We take it out. And we play and all that. They see that. But when we argue and we want to argue in our language, and it's like, he comes later and tell us everything we said. It's like, you think I don't hear what you people are saying? You guys were arguing. I don't like it when I'm like, hey, he caught us on this one. Then I tell him, no, we were not arguing. We were talking about a game that we're going to play. Now, what am I trying to say? They are listening. They are watching. If my husband is abusive towards me, if he's not taking care of me, my son can never take care of his wife. True. He learns it from his father. His wife will not talk. He's not going to listen because whatever he says, he learned that from his father. That is why the first book we read, I'm getting angry right now. The first book we read, children read, is the parents.
Yeah.
They have everything the children know. I'm just telling you guys. But people don't understand it. That is why before you get into marriage, are you patient? Are you ready to have that child? Children are the gifts God entrusted unto us. The generation is degenerated because value has lost. Marriage has lost its values. Nobody's teaching the children what they're supposed to do. Nobody's a role model to their children any longer. Women go half naked and tell the girls it is good to go half naked. Men wear sagging pants and tell the sons it is okay to go. Oh, come on. By the time we go back to how it was, the world will be a better place. If not, we keep on running from pillar to post. That is just it. That is just it. Let us stop this. Yes, I live in the US. Let's stop. You go to America, you become Americanized. You go to London, you become Londonized. You go to Germany, you become Germanized, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Don't you ask yourself that when these people come over to our culture, they try to pick our culture. They try to pick the better one, and they come back, they click to it. Don't you know that? But when we come over here, we pick the good ones. We tell our children it is good to go half naked. We tell our children when you see your elders, you no longer say, good morning, ma. You call them by their name. Hey, Mary, what's up? The thunder will go fire you, God is still doing it. That is just the truth. When we do it right, we get the rightful generation. We are losing it.
I'm just going to ask a question there. When you're talking about as the parents being the first book that the children read, there are some parents, there are some women or men that are in abusive relationships. Okay, so this man or this woman is abusing their partner, saying words to them, hitting them physically, and they're still in presence of the children. Okay, so my opinion is if your partner is abusing you, especially when it comes to physical abuse, then you want to take your children away from that environment. Okay, because if you don't, they would learn. It will only take the grace of God for a child that has grown up in an abusive home to come out and not be abusive.
You just said it. It only takes the grace of God. That is why you don't even lay your hands on your wife in front of your child, because it does a lot of things to the child. One, I might not be a doctor, I might not be a psychologist, but I'm a doctor and a psychologist by my own calling. Yeah. One, the child is traumatized. One, the fear is in them. One, their confidence is gone because each time they see daddy, they believe that is going to hit mommy. It's already registered in their brain. So
And
it
the
is
girls
better.
feel it's okay for them to accept such behavior.
Exactly. Yes, that is it. And they feel okay now. It's going to take a lot. That is why also in one of my series in Mary's Word, I talked about how to talk to an abused child. Now, when that happens, it takes the grace of God. But the most important thing is once you see you are married to an abusive man or abusive woman, we think it's only men that are abusive. It's not only men. Oh.
Yeah, of
Some
course.
women, some women are tigress. And at times I pray for a tigress to marry a tiger. So both of
Mm.
them will dig it out. But it's always the good one falling to the wrong one, because of wrong
Mm.
choices. So the best thing is take those kids out of there for the betterment of that child. That is why when two elephants fight, the grass
The
suffers.
grass
Children
of
are the grass.
suffers. Yeah.
Why start what you can't finish? Just take
Mm.
them out there. Take them out there and keep them somewhere safe.
Yeah.
And what are you still doing there? I'm not saying you should divorce your husband. What are you still doing in an
Leave the
abusive
environment as
relationship?
well.
Leave the environment yourself and get your sanity. Do you know that some people, they become so abused that they get... Okay, good. This leads me to this. A lot of people are calling my name with different emoji. That's a Germanized sound like a gam. Okay, now I get it. You open your front and back and you expect your girl child to be Holy Mary. Okay, so and there was actually, it was a priest, that gave that as an example. A man always, when the woman greets the husband, he gives her a dirty slap. Slap. He beats her every day. Then she got acclimatized to his beating.
That. Oh.
So when he hits her, she doesn't feel it any longer because she's used to it. Then one day, when God wants to deal with somebody, one day the man came back, and the woman, if she's greeting the husband, she will keep the cheek, and she's like,
Ready.
"Welcome, my
And then
lord,"
slap.
and she's expecting to hear back. And what she saw was a peck. It is very
Oh.
rare. Was a peck on the cheek. And when she touched it with tears rolling, with tears on it, she couldn't understand it. She thought she's the one that is crying. She's like, hey, she was running around. And see, for you to see how God does things, they have been married for 5 years, no child yet. Maybe God didn't want the child to see how the
Come in that
wife is being
environment.
beaten.
Yes.
Yes, because children only come where it's safe, So, and she couldn't take it. She went to her father, to the Reverend Father, and she talked to the Father. So the Reverend Father wanted to give this, and as a sermon, and the man came. So it's not like a make believe. And this man came that day. He spoke to men.
Mm.
He spoke to men, and I believe the one that has ear learned. And he's like, because I saw my father hit my mother.
Mm.
I saw my father always hit my mother. I saw my mother always cried, praying, asking God to, for my father, as little as he is. Then he was taken. He said he left at the age of 8. So he saw that I abused till he was 8. Then he left with his uncle and saw something else, and saw his uncle, treating the wife well. But he could not be able to assimilate it. But
Confused.
he vowed, yes, he was confused, but he vowed within himself that he will give the same measure to the wife as the father used to give to
So
the
that's
mother.
how to treat the woman.
Yeah, till then, and somebody was, but he saw his wife cry all the time and pray. So he was begging men that are abusive to their wife to stop, because you are damaging them emotionally, psychologically, and because some can't take it, they don't want their marriage to break. They are in there, and some of them die in that abuse.
Yeah.
So, and the wife was like, when the wife came to speak, she's like, no, immediately my husband stopped beating me. I felt he has started having another woman.
Wow.
And I felt
Wow.
he doesn't love me.
Wow. So that beating is lost. She probably grew up in an abusive home as well.
You see that? She was actually a product of, I don't want to say a product of what she was. So let's leave that one for another day. So, but that is the thing. So some people get acclimatized to the beating, and when you stop beating them, they want you to keep beating them.
Yeah.
So that is why this abusiveness is bad, and some of them might just die from it. A lot die
They
from
become
it.
emotionally damaged, physically
Yeah,
damaged, emotionally, mentally, everything. But
they don't come back the
the
same.
main
Yeah,
thing is, before we go into marriage, open your eyes. Open your
yeah,
eyes and ask yourself this question, like, am I ready? Ask yourself these questions like, okay, is this person right for me? These things I'm seeing, these red flags I'm seeing, if I go into this marriage, this is how it. So you need to talk to yourself. Okay, so you
yeah,
need to make this decision rightly. It's not something you just wake up and say, okay, I'm getting married, because we know that marriage is a journey of your lifetime. So you want to make the right decision so that you end up with the right person. Okay, I think we're going to draw it draw it to a close here. But thank you so much, Mama Mary, for coming to my live stream today. I really, really, really appreciate you. Actually, I feel honored to have you. Okay, Ijama Okoro, thank you so much. Every single one, Cobden, Yawende Babs, I see you all. Everyone that has come in while I was talking and listening, thank you so, so much. I really appreciate every single one of you for coming. Okay, so people are asking for part two. Okay, myself and Mary.
okay. If you guys want us to do part 2, I want you guys to appreciate the stream. There
Right,
is
okay.
something that is called super chat today. Appreciate the stream and a hit her. Of course, guys. I've been trying to super chat, but the problem it's with my card. Honestly, as I came in, I wanted to. My card is, I don't know. This they speak when you forget your password. You can't. Somebody should appreciate this trip. I'm a woman that when you come to my stream, I tell you, yeah. Somebody should appreciate this woman.
Appreciate the stream.
It was not easy to bring me here. It wasn't really easy.
It was
She's a very
easy.
nice person. Somebody should appreciate her stream. Come on, guys. If you learned something and you want part 2, tell her well done.
Thank you so
Bless us. That is it. That is more like it. If somebody has got appreciated, let us get another appreciation. Another appreciation on the way. Another appreciation on the way. Or I have done today now, like what is it called?
much.
A commentator. It cannot be only Esther that we appreciate her. It is not only Esther that we appreciate her. Somebody else should appreciate her. Somebody else should appreciate her. Even if it is $1, somebody else, another person should do something. Another person should do something. Appreciate this woman.
Oh
Appreciate
my
this woman.
God.
Take her. Guys, you people should take her. You guys should do something. Even if it is $1, even if it is some
Thank you
cents.
so
Give her
much.
something. You people, oh my God, are we gonna stop here? No. Somebody has to do something. Do
Oh my
something. Touch your
God.
pocket. Touch your pocket. If you really learned today, in fact, these all content creators that have been appreciated. Let non-content creator appreciate her. Yes, appreciate her. I'm not saying you should give to me. Oh, I say give to this woman because she did something that is worth emulating.
Yes.
Yet, you guys are
Thank you
amazing.
so much. Thank you so
Thank
much, Mama.
you,
I really appreciate
guys,
it.
that blessed her. You guys are amazing. May blessing never depart from you guys.
Amen.
As a
Amen.
gift
Amen.
from your pocket to give to her, may more bless you.
Amen.
For that you gave to her, you will get triple. And for everybody that gave this stream a like, that shared out this stream, you guys are amazing.
You
You
guys
guys
rock
are
like a rocket bomb.
like a rocket bomb. And I want to say a very big thank you to Cobsden and who was that again?
Esther's
And Esther.
Chronicle.
And Esther Chronicle. You guys are amazing. And I want to say thank you on my own part. I'll put you in front of my melodies. Hey, you are all that matters. Sister, I want to thank you so much. You are all that matters. We'll make room for two. You are Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Oh, way, oh. way. You are all that matters, Jesus. Always, always. You are all that matters. Father, we really want to thank you in a very special way for your goodness and your kindness. Today is Sunday that as so many that came and listened to this, and so many that shared it, and so many that blessed, that you, O Lord, would open our minds, our understanding. As we have learned today, let us be able to share and let us be able to put a smile on each and every one will come across their faces this day and onwards. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much, Amma. I really appreciate you. Thank you for everyone that turned up. Thank you so, so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. And so we're calling it a wrap here. We've done 1.5 hours, which we haven't done in a while, but thank you so, so much. I hope you all have an amazing week. Have a beautiful, the rest of your day, have a beautiful week, and keep living your best life. Remember, the purpose of this live stream is to empower you to become your best self, and also to help you build better relationship with your family, with your friends, and the people around you. But thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Bye.